Wow. Hey, y'all. It's been a hot minute since we've done a community update. I am so excited to be here with you all. We have a lot of content to cover on this one. I'm going to do my best to sort of give as much as I can on a lot of things, but know that, yes, we can talk more about it, but to get more in-depth will take more time. And so I don't want to make this an hour-long community update. And so I'm just going to talk about things and then move on. And then we can discuss in the Discord. We're going to have subsequent community updates. And we're going to make this a more regular thing. The coolest thing, though, is that it's not just going to be me doing them. You're going to see other folks from the team jump in and do some of these to make sure that we can hit this far more regularly to engage you all with the information you need. Because I know we've gotten a lot of feedback about, hey, there's a lot happening. I don't know exactly where to go for all of it. And that is really fair. And there's awesome website updates that are happening that Night Shift is leading. There's awesome Discord things that's happening that Explore is cleaning up some of these things, as well as making bot commands that are going to help inform and educate the people here. But with as much information going on, it's important for us to have avenues and channels to be able to get that information to you, but also to be human and to be able to talk dumbly like I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll stumble over my words today and I won't be able to know exactly what to say, and that's all a part of it, because you should be able to see this project being made out in the open with the people that are working on it. This is not a covert group of robots that are building art. This is a team of people that are invested in making a global storytelling brand that we are really proud of. And so here we are. This is the Grim Syndicate community update. So let's jump in real quick and start off with Lurkers of the Abyss. Now, if you don't know Lurkers of the Abyss, it was our airdrop that happened last month. We released some demons out into the wild. However, there are some more things to talk about here. So if you have some of them, each demon airdropped will be a unique base demon that you'll combine with Lordrym's workshop ingredients to alter and upgrade. Now that is just a sort of summation of what these demons are. If you'll notice, you have some demons. They're pretty basic. They're not wearing any specific armor, carrying any sort of weapons, and that is intentional. And that is because we have some plans later that we're developing for this game that we're working on. You might hear it every now and then. It's called Abyss Walkers. And it's going to take your demons and your Grim and be able to utilize them in a PvE card game. And we are really excited about all that's coming out with that. But first, there are some things to go over with it. Now, we dropped 11 species of demons with Lurkers of the Abyss. You got the Ancient Demon. You got the Balrog Demon. You got the Capra Demon. There's a Demon Egg, a Gargoyle Demon, a God Eater Demon. Love God Eaters. Harbinger Demon. Also love Harbingers. Imp Demon, Infernal Demon, Primordial Demon, Umbral Demon. These demons are a diverse cast of characters that exist. But even more important, and what I'm really excited about, is each of these demons has a very specific skill that's associated with them. For example, the Imp Demon has a skill that's being used in Abyss Walkers called Legion, and that is for every Imp Demon around this demon, there's a buff that's applied to that demon's attack. So for me, what I love about it is, we talk a lot about, well, how do you make sure it's not just the expensive ones that end up being the best for everything? That's a great question. And the way we do that is by ensuring that demons that aren't going for as much still have utility, still have something that's exciting and compelling about how they operate. And so imps for me were one of those that I love the idea of figuring out mechanics that would ensure that if there's a way to grab a few of them, we can do something with that. And so imp demons are one that we're developing some of those skills behind. Each demon species will have a unique skill that's tied to them that will be used in Abyss Walkers. You'll also be able to upgrade your demon's aesthetics to change it in the way that you want to see them, which is really, really exciting. And I cannot wait to talk about some of the workshop stuff that's going on. Now, these are the previously released demons. However, there are some new demon species on the way. New demons will be awakened with Doom Chalices, which is one of the workshop ingredients that you may have seen floating about. We also had a Dutch auction for it yesterday. Tonight we'll also have another one at 9:30 Eastern Time. And once Lordrym's workshop is up and running, you might have seen those little stones that are right now placeholders in our collection. They're called summoning stones. Those will unlock new demons when you utilize a Doom Chalice. Now, a little information about the new demon species that you can expect. 2 of those demon species will be original intellectual properties. So this is us creating a brand new species or a brand new race of demons, just based on my own, Raji's own visualization of what it could look like. 3 of those demon species, however, will be collaborations or tributes to other existing communities. Now, we are so excited about this because we know that the Solana NFT ecosystem is so rich with vibrant alive communities that are healthy and doing awesome things in the space. And so we felt like this was a really amazing opportunity as Grim Syndicate to reach out to some of those communities that we really love and we really respect and see what it would look like to be able to either garner a collaboration explicitly or to be able to make some tributes that we could share with that community. And then we'll have 15 demons that will be completely unique, character-driven, named demons that exist in the lore of Grim Syndicate. So let's go over a few of them that we know so far. So for the new original demon species, these are created by summoning a demon with a Doom Chalice. So all you really need at the time is you go to the workshop with a Grim, which will not be burned. You're still going to have your Grim, and a Doom Chalice, and you can summon one of these new original demon species using that chalice ritual. One of those demon species I am really excited about is called the Elder Demon. Now, just to give you the description on this Elder Demon, secretive higher beings once thought to be extinct, the Elder Demons bore witness to the creation of the infinitum as some of the very first sentient presences. It's unknown whether or not elders are indeed astrals by their lineage, but one mystery amongst a wide gamut of theories and hearsay. A mysterious black ooze seethes between the crevices and fuses together their carapace. I love the Elder Demon. I love how weird and just like magically strange it looks, and it's just kind of alien, which I really love, because one of the things I love about designing Grim Syndicate is, we started off with this sort of like, Grim Reapers kind of thing with just kind of skulls and, sort of like, oh, okay, I think we've tread on this territory. And then slowly but surely we've been introducing you all to this story that is really cosmic in nature, that's really deep sci-fi. And I think the Elder Demon really digs into some of these things and what you're going to learn about the Elder Demon as we continue to unravel more of the story. I'm really, really excited about seeing where we can take some of these things. So that right here is the Elder Demon. This is one of the new demon species you're going to see in what you're going to be able to use the Doom Chalices for. The other one is the Phelan Demon. Fast on their feet and quicker in their strategy, Phelan demons are ruthless and seem to serve their own hidden machinations. Most notably, Phelans have a mirror self that can be called into being interchangeably with their prime self, such that it's now impossible to tell which is the prime and which is the abyssal twin that they have. So again, all of these pieces of lore, I love this. This is a Raji creation right here, making this wild cat demon who's kind of just got this like really interesting kind of sphinx mold, and all of these, kind of pieces that are on their head are going to be able to change and do some really cool things. But what I love of writing the lore, as Raji and I are kind of workshopping some of this, is all of these pieces of lore are the pieces and the mechanics that we want to introduce into Lordrym's workshop. And so it's such a fun thing to be able to create this really wild, zany world that we're really, really passionate about. Now, let's talk about the next category, which are some of these tribute demon species. Now, these are created a little differently. These are created by summoning a demon with the Doom Chalice and some workshop ingredients that correspond to their summoning requirements, so to that recipe to be able to do these things. So you're going to need your Grim, you're going to need a Doom Chalice, and then there are some additional objects that are going to be needed to mint some of these tribute demon species. Now, they are very low in supply as well. All of these are going to be mythic level. So they're all very rare in the greater ecosystem of what demons are available. And demons are already in short supply. So a couple ones that we've unveiled so far, you might have seen the Pengor Demon last week, which I know for me it was a lot of fun to be able to make, kind of an ode to some of our penguin community that's here. Newt, am I right? Am I right? Because it's a fun time to be able to do it. And honestly, we're big Pesky Penguins fans. And so being able to reach out to them and be able to build something that we were excited about, they're excited about, has been really, really exciting for us. Okay, these are some Pengor demons. Obviously, you could see a ton of different kind of skins just in this little piece here. This is not all of them. There are some really fun ones that we're still actively developing and building, but I am really excited about getting these out there. Now, you might be wondering, what would I use to be able to get one? There is a penguin feather. I'm just throwing it out there. Who knows when you're going to see it, but probably sooner than you think. Okay, the next one here is the Simian Demon. Now, apes have been a big part of the NFT space in general. There are a ton of communities that we really love and respect that really kind of fill that space, some of the OGs in our space. This is a Simian right here. We've also got some other examples of some simians, and I just absolutely adore how they look. Now, apes in our original collection have been some of the most sought after pieces in the OG Grim collection. And we know that. And it's really exciting. I don't think there's any up for sale even right now because people are really holding on to them. These Simian demons, it says Pangora in the bottom left. I'm just going to point that out. I want to be honest with you that I should have changed that, and I didn't. But these Simians we're excited about as well because, first off, I love how Raji rendered them, but also I am very excited about developing them in the lore, as well as nodding to the amazing communities here in Solana that do some really, really incredible things. That is the Simian demon. Now, we have one last one to be able to reveal. We're not going to reveal that one yet. We'll do it in a subsequent community update, but you should hear more about that very soon. Now, the next category are unique 1/1 demons. Now, they're all 1/1 because they're all generated 1/1. However, these are unique in the sense that these are characters. These are created by summoning a demon with a holographic Doom Chalice. There are 15 holographic Doom Chalices in total, and there are 15 unique characters. These unique demons will have names. They will have backstories. They will still be able to be upgraded for Abyss Walkers, but they are unique characters that when you see them on the battlefield, it'll be a really, really cool experience. So this one right here is Tashadar Iridex. Very unique character. I am not going to spoil all of their part in the story, but they are very much a part of what we're building. And so I just wanted you to see, hey, this is a 1/1, and this is something you can expect to see within that Lurkers of the Abyss collection. Now, you may have heard me mention Doom Chalice over and over again because that is how you get these new species. Doom Chalices are a workshop ingredient. Again, there are some for sale on secondary that you might be able to see. There are 300 in total, so they are limited in supply. And that's also informed just how many we're going to make of these other demon species. So keep that in mind. They are essentially a very rare, unique item that is pretty rare. And what they're going to mint is an even rarer demon. Cool thing, if you're looking to get one tonight, there is a Dutch auction at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Do the math on exactly what time that is for you. But keep that in mind. Tonight's a great night. If you're looking to get one, try to see if you can snag one tonight. I think last night, or yesterday, we did it during the day. We're trying to change up the time zones that we're doing it in so that the people who are available in different time zones and who aren't available in others are able to have a fair shot at them. So keep your eyes peeled tonight for that. It should be going up right after this community update goes out. Or if you're watching the community update and it's 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, feel free to pause it and come back and do it then. Awesome. Let's move on. Lordrym's Workshop, which is, of course, the next big release that we're working on. It's got a number of different utilities. Let's talk about some of the things that you're going to experience here. So we've got 3 different areas right here in the screenshot. This is the working web file that we've been working on. So you've got 3 categories right here. You've got the Chalice Ritual, which the description is you use a Doom Chalice to initiate the Abyssal Sacrament, calling forth a demon from the Abyss. That is what I was actively showing you some demons from. This is where you're going to use your Doom Chalice, you're going to use your Grim to be able to sit in place, to be able to call this demon forward, and then you're going to walk away with a brand new demon. Now, that middle category is the Demon Forge. You're going to use your workshop ingredients to upgrade your demon for combat. Now, there are aesthetic differences that are going to happen. So, of course, like I'd mentioned before, you got a base demon. You're going to be able to add armor, add weapons to this demon, as well as change their base stats. Because every demon species has a base stat associated with them that you're going to be able to carry into the Abyss Walkers game. So there's basically there's an attack number that's going to be, how much attack power your demon has. There's also an attack type, like is it sorcery, is it might, like physical damage, as well as 2 different defense types, might defense power as well as sorcery defense power. And so all of these upgrades, yes, they're done for aesthetic purposes, but they will also affect the way your demon's stats are built so that when you're using them in Abyss Walkers, those are going to be what we're computing combat based on. And then the third category right there is the Alchemical Foundry. This is where you're going to combine workshop ingredients to create either rarer ingredients, some of that demon gear that you're equipping to your demon, and some other surprises along the way, like some NFTs, some pieces of lore that are going to be hidden in there. There's a lot more to talk about there, and we're going to continue developing it. But first thing you can expect is that Chalice Ritual page to go up in the workshop, which we're really excited about. It is in active development right now. We're going to keep on giving you updates every week as we continue to move forward on what this looks like. Let's talk a little bit about the Grim DAO and some of the awesome things that are happening because you are a part of it, because you as the people and the community are doing it. Now, there's a budget proposal right now that is live to go vote. Go to our apps.squads.io page and take a look at that budget proposal. I promise you, it is written in such a way that you should be able to grok some of the concepts. But even if you have questions, the community is always there to answer those questions. Use that syndicate channel to be able to get feedback. Ask some questions if there's something that feels like you don't quite understand it. It has been workshopped a bit so that hopefully the language there is approachable. But this piece right here it's really just super thoughtful. And I am so excited to see the awesome things that are coming out of the community being so involved to be able to run something like this. So please go ahead, check it out, go vote. Do whatever you can to be involved in this because this is your project too. Now, what this proposal covers, the proposal includes wallet security, some infrastructural pieces, an investment policy to make that money work for us, as well as a budget framework for this term. All of these things are going to help have you know what is the money being used for. There's a lot of money that comes to run them. What are we doing with this money? How can we be smart about it? How can we make sure that we're growing this project in a healthy way? Keep us accountable. Keep the leadership team accountable. That's why you're here. That's why we're so excited about this vibrant community of people, because we have so many people that are even smarter than we are about a lot of these topics. We want to listen. We want you to lean in and learn on some of these things. So please get involved in the Grim DAO. Now, there has been some questions about ministries. What are these ministries? These ministries are specific arms that are set up that deal with specific purposes and intents within Grim Syndicate to be able to carry out certain things. We held elections to be able to hold the head of each of these kinds of ministries. So let me go ahead and just review real quick in case you don't know about them. There's the Ministry of Interior. This is community building and engagement. The Grim Explorer is the person who heads that one up. So if you have questions about the community, about what's going on, you may have seen some changes in the Discord, all Grim Explorer right there. Yes, thank you for all you've done to make this project even more legitimate. Now, the Ministry of Art. This is creating art for internal and external efforts. All of the social media posts that are going out, all of the summation of the new Daemons, working on making sure we're releasing art on a regular basis, changing the way we're doing it, as well as heading up in the future. You're going to see our Twitch channel popping off with some regularly scheduled content, more live drawing sessions, all kinds of really awesome things. That is Carlos and Nope that are running the Ministry of Art. Then we've got the Ministry of Growth. This ministry is accountable for growing the community outside of our existing members, making sure we're getting the word out there, doing some really awesome things in the greater NFTs system, doing awesome things on Twitter, on Instagram. If you don't follow our Instagram, we are on Instagram. Check us out there. But McMelvin is the one heading up the Ministry of Growth. Then we've also got the Ministry of Finance, which is ensuring the fiscal financial responsibility of everything that's going on. That Father Time, and if you don't know Father Time, I will just tell you here, I make pixels for a living. Father Time makes things look legit, understands how money works far more than I ever could. And I am so grateful that they've decided to be a part of this project. And again, if this is your first NFT that you jumped into and you want to know how some of this kind of stuff works, I promise you Father Time is an incredible resource to watch the documentation that's coming out of here, learn how some of these economics work within the ecosystem that we're working in, and how to be responsible with the finances that we have. Father Time is an incredible resource for that. Then we got the Ministry of Coin implementing a tokenization aspect, and that's Brawley who's been working on that. I just want to say this real quick. Staking, quests, you may hear these words being thrown around. That is on the way. And it is big, and it is exciting, and I cannot wait to see it. Because we want your Grims to work for you. We want your Grims to clock in at the Ethereal Transit Authority, do work for you, earn their income, and be able to utilize it in the greater ecosystem. Brawley is working tirelessly to ensure that there is a very robust, thoughtful system that is put in place for tokens, and I could not be more excited to see all the amazing ways that not only can we take, okay, yeah, tokens is one thing, how do we use them though? And there's already so much utility being built into the Grim Syndicate ecosystem that, I mean, sky's the limit for all the amazing things that we can do, but just know there are so many exciting plans that we have about how these rope into everything, whether it's Abyss Walker's Lordrym's workshop, Lurkers of the Abyss. There's a lot of consideration being put into how it impacts everything from the experience to the lore and the story. And I am just so pleased that we have a team that thinks about that across the board. I love this universe. I really, truly do. Ministry of Legislation right here. This is maintaining voting rights, passing proposals. Madness.soul has been taking care of this and has been doing a fantastic job of engaging the community to ensure that there is fair and equitable process to everything that is happening. And so if you have questions, if you have concerns, please reach out. That is why they are here. They are here for you and the representation and making sure this process that we are communicating. And that's why we're doing, I think, the past week, a much better job of communicating with the team as a whole. We have heard feedback that it's been hard to grok everything that's going on, and we want to change that. Okay, we're 20 minutes in. I know it's a lot going on. We're going to keep going. There's also a white paper that you're going to be releasing. I believe it's tonight. Now, if you don't know, what is a white paper? The white paper synthesizes the vision of the Grim Syndicate as a global storytelling brand for 2022 and beyond. It is our North Star. It is the elevator pitch. So when somebody asks, okay, I get it. There's Grim Syndicate. There's this project. There's that project. There's a ton of projects. What's so different about the Grim Syndicate? This is the documentation that we want to be able to use. This is where we want to be able to note everything that's going on, where we want to get, why we're doing the things we're doing, and what are the steps that are going to get us there. So what you can expect to find in there is the relationship between Grimm's, Lurkers of the Abyss, Lordrym's Workshop. We're going to provide details of staking and the quest experience, which is clocking your Grims in to do the work of reaping souls. And you're also going to see early details of the Abyss Walkers game because we want you a part of the process. We want your feedback. We want you to think with us about what this looks like. I know we have people who play games in this community, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts about how to not just make this an NFT game. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's a game user NFTs. Would you play it if you didn't have NFTs? Probably not. That's not what we want. We want this to be good. We're hiring the right people to partner with us to make this a great experience. And so again, this is why we want the community's input and their feedback on this process. You'll see nice little flow charts like that to understand how all of these things work, how they tie into one another, what you can do in your options with what you're, creating with whether it's tokens or ingredients. And so there's a lot in there. I know it's a lot to go through, but we so appreciate all of you jumping into the deep end with us and just embracing the fact that this community and this project is going to be big and exciting. And there's a lot to be excited about. So thanks for jumping in. Okay, it is dropping in the Discord tonight under the major announcements category. Keep your ears, eyes, nose, mouth, and your hands peeled and ready for that. Oh, okay, we're going to keep going. Upcoming events. Here we go. We have the speaker series returning. Silver Mist is going to be jumping in here to be able to talk about game design, which is amazing. Silver Mist, if you don't know, professional game designer for 25 plus years, designed the new Microsoft Solitaire, which is honestly one of the most played games in the world, just so you know. Dungeon Siege 2, Grunts, Tron 2, has been doing educational live streams on crypto, the crypto market, bringing better user experience to crypto projects. I had an amazing conversation with Silver Mist where we discussed how the NFT space has all of this incredible utility. But when the people are jumping into some of these things, they're just kind of getting it over their heads and assuming that they need to build the next World of Warcraft instead of really thinking about how to think about their project and what can we do with this technology that is unique? What can we do that's effective and fun? What can we do that will not take us 5 years to build? And so I think there's a ton of energy and thought that you're going to get out of this. Just an incredible thinker about how the space can do even better things. And I think you're going to walk away from this, if you're thinking about a project yourself, leaning in, learning a lot more, and really having your mindset challenged on what it means to be able to build a system that can be really compelling and exciting to build within. Okay. We want you to vote on some of your favorite topics. We can also line up some speaker series in there. So check the minor announcements in the Discord for some of that. Please, again, just get involved. This is your invitation. We want you to be a part of all of this. There's a lot going on. I get that. That is going to do us for the high level of Grim Syndicate, this community update. I do want to say one thing very quickly. We have had a number of incredible discussions in the Discord within the past couple weeks about how this project has needed to level up, how this project has needed to mature, and what it looks like to lead a project from the early minting process to what it looks like to be a later stage project. Now, I say that, of course, because we're only a few months old, but in crypto, things move really quickly. Now, obviously, I did have, if you paid attention to some of our previous ones, I had a kind of a community update where I talked a little bit about some of the shortcomings that we as a leadership team have had when it comes to whether it's marketing or raising the visibility of the project. I still own that. I still own the fact that when I began this project, my assumption was that I could run it my way and be as quiet as I want, quiet but confident, and ultimately that the project would just naturally get where I wanted it to be. What I have learned, though, is that in order for things to continue to grow at a pace where we're getting new eyeballs on this project, onboarding new members into this process, welcoming people who are interested, getting people who are influential to talk about the project, what that has meant is that my process of what got us here is not going to get us there. Just because something worked to be quiet yet confident in the very beginning of the project does not mean that that's exactly what we need to continue to always be. At some level, we need people who are passionate about developing strategy and plans for continuing to grow this project. Hence why we have ministries that have been spun up that are doing some of these things. The past week, I hope you noticed a bit of a change in the Discord. I know that I did, working with these teams, people working at an incredible clip. The Ministry of Growth, just on top of things, Ministry of Art on top of things, creating the art for these things, creating Twitter engagement, thinking about what do relationships look like to collaborate with Paul, leading out on a few of these collaborations with some of the more notable communities, reaching out to people, to influencers, to really think about what does it look like to run a later stage project that people should still continue to have confidence in. And I just want to continue to own the fact that there have been missteps that I have made as being just a Mezzell, being uneasy about what it looks like to market or to talk about these things. But I will say that what I hope you're seeing now is a team that is dedicated to the growth and the success of this project, being able to develop a strategy that is ethical, that is thoughtful, but that is very strategic in how we grow the brand. It's not just going to happen because we sit back and let it happen. It's going to happen because we are actively developing strategy to improve what came before, to build an ecosystem that's going to last and that thinks about the future of the project, not just being a hold just because you like the art. There's far more coming than just the art. All of the development around Lordrym's workshop, around Abyss Walkers, around staking, around running these campaigns and collaborations. This is our investment in taking what we were given at Mint and turning it into an even more successful project for the long haul, because that is what we want to build. We want to build a global storytelling brand that sticks around, that's bigger than just the art. And we are dedicated to doing everything we can to ensure that that happens. Thank you for being on this journey with us, for trusting us, for being a part of the community and giving us feedback. Thank you for sticking around with my missteps and the areas that I don't know and my learning. And I cannot wait to keep building this with all of you. Okay, that's going to do it for me. I know we are super long on this one. It's been a bit. We're going to have more of these. I love y'all. Thanks for being a part of this. Grim Syndicate is an incredible family, and I am so happy to be here. When you're here, your family.